I'm sorry, Wright. I just wasted all of your effort. Mr. Edgeworth, I just don't believe it, sir. I mean, you killed your dad? I didn't once believe it myself, Detective. It's the truth. I deserve to be punished. Murder is murder, no matter what the circumstances. This is crazy! This is crazy! Nick? What are you doing? Huh? Oh. I was just reading through the court records once more. I'm getting my case ready. Your case? For what? Huh? Isn't it obvious? I'm going to prove that Miles Edgeworth is innocent. What are you talking about, pal? He just admitted to it. He confessed that he did it in court. I'm sorry, Edgeworth, but I don't believe your nightmare. What? It's just a dream. It's not real. The truth is right here in this court record. In any case, tie in your belt. The real fight is just beginning. I'll prove you're innocent. Trust me. Right. And I would like to resume our trial. Judge, Miles Edgeworth has admitted his own guilt. He has confessed his crime. Let us begin by hearing his testimony. Then, though pointless, let the defense do their cross-examining. The statute of limitations on the deal 6% runs out today. Though it's unconventional for me, I'd like to run this one by the book. I see. Does the defense have any objections? No, Your Honor. Karma, you knew this was going to happen from the very beginning, didn't you? Very well. Will Miles Edgeworth take the stand? Would a witness state his name and profession? Miles Edgeworth. I'm a prosecuting attorney. Mr. Edgeworth, 15 years ago, you mistakenly killed your father, Gregory Edgeworth. Is this correct? It is correct. Then testify about this matter to the court. When Edgeworth was telling me about his dream yesterday, I noticed something. One detail didn't quite fit. That will be the key, but only if I can get it to work. Please. Please. That day, I had gone to the courtroom to observe one of my father's trials. As we went to leave, an earthquake struck, trapping us in the elevator. My father, Mr. Yogi, lost her composure and began to argue. Just then, something heavy fell at my feet. I picked it up and threw it at Mr. Yogi. I wanted them to stop fighting. A moment later, there was a single gunshot, then a scream. It was a terrible scream. I remember it to this day. That's all. And until now, you thought this memory was a dream? We were stuck in that elevator for 5 hours. The oxygen in the elevator ran out and I lost my memory of the events. Bah, the same claim Mr. Yogi has made. Very well. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please. Yes, Your Honor. Are you sure you only heard one gunshot? Yes, I'm sure of that. I heard the shot and the scream. Then everything faded. I was unconscious until the rescuers came. I see. No, Your Honor. Unfortunately, you don't. Look at this file once more time. This plainly contradicts the witness's testimony. You do enjoy dragging out that file, don't you? I don't accept this evidence unless you can tell us what page it's on. The page contradicts Miles Edgeworth's testimony. Look at the victim data in this file. It says it quite plainly. The murder weapon was fired twice. Miles Edgeworth only heard one gunshot, yet the murder weapon was fired twice. The first shot was the accident of firing when the pistol was thrown. So, who fired the remaining shot? Was there perhaps another shooter who fired that second shot? Your Honor, as I'm sure you're aware, this incident occurred 15 years ago. The evidence is dated. The pistol did fire twice. However, we do not know when the second shot was fired. It might have been fired the day before the incident. There's no proof that the second shot had anything to do with this incident. What? I see. You have a point, Mr. Wright. The murder weapon was fired twice, as we have heard. One of those shots was fired by a defendant, a boy at the time. Do you have any proof that the other shot fired has something to do with this case? Your Honor, I think I would be able to show you proof. What? Impossible. Now, Mr. Von Karma. Save your surprise for after you've seen the evidence. Very well, Mr. Wright. Show us your proof. Do you have any evidence that the second firing of the pistol is related to this incident? Look at this photograph. This is a photograph of the scene of the crime 15 years ago. I can see that the victim lying there is Gregory Edgeworth. This proves the murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. This photo proves it. So let me get this straight. This photo proves 2 shots were fired? Where? Oh, please get a clue. That should be obvious. The contradiction is here. I see a bullet hole in the elevator, in the door. Your Honor, Gregory Edgeworth was killed by a shot from the pistol. Yet there is also a bullet hole in the elevator door. We also know that the murder weapon was fired twice. That's someone other than Edgeworth fired the second shot. Order. Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? It's simple, Your Honor. At the time of the incident, 2 shots were fired. One was sent into Gregory Edgeworth's heart. The other one hit the elevator door. Remember, the defendant lost consciousness after the shot he fired rang out. In conclusion, he must agree that the second shot was fired by someone. someone else. Mr. Wright, who could that someone else be? The murderer, of course.
Objection!
I knew I should have stepped in before your wild fantasies got out of hand. Mr. Wright, look once more at the DO6 incident case file. Look closely. Try the case summary page. The case summary? That's on page 1. Look what is written there. Not a single clue was found on the scene. Pistol had indeed been fired 2 times. The other bullet had been discovered on the scene. That's not the point. The bullet has never been found. Why? Because the second bullet doesn't exist. The bullet that claimed Gilbert Edwards' life was the one found by his own son. That is the truth of this matter. The whole truth. There's undoubtedly something else that made that bullet hole in the door. Order. I will have order. Mr. Wright has proven one thing to us quite clearly. The mortar weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. However, Hummer says the second bullet fired was not found. It's highly unlikely that the police really overlooked the second bullet. So all we have is the single bullet fired. I'm afraid I have to discount the defense's claim. I praise the judge for his wisdom in this matter. How did this happen? I don't believe that the second bullet didn't exist. Was I wrong? Have I been wrong about the whole incident? What are you doing, Nick? Why aren't you raising an objection? Sorry, Maya. What? Looks like I was wrong. Nick. The bullet wasn't failed and all my conjecture was all for nothing. No. You said you'd do it, Nick. You said you'd get Edwards declared innocent. Sorry. Just when I saw the photograph, I thought that 2 shots had been fired. So certain of it. And I won. If there was another person, someone else who fired the killing shot. Now, I was wrong to think it would be that simple. This case has stood unsolved for 15 years. We have finally cleared up this incident. Only 1 bullet was found at the scene of the crime. It was fired by Miles Edwards. Precisely. I'd like to ask one thing of Miles Edwards before passing my verdict. Have you been paying attention to the trial so far? Yes, Your Honor. Do you have any objections? No. So you killed your father, but that was not your intention. Yes. Oh no. He's accepted the guilt. Very well. The statute of limitations on the murder of Gregory Edgeworth runs out today. Therefore, I must pronounce the verdict on the defendant today right here. Right now. Anyone have any objections? Here before. This is like my first day in court. There's so many things I know I should be saying. But my mind's gone blank. I can't find the words. Mr. Wright.
Objection!
Your Honor. I object. Mr. Wright, on what grounds you object? Nick? I don't know. His case is perfect. It must exist. The second bullet. What? What did you just say? Nothing. The second bullet must exist. But where? Someone took it. It seems waiting is not going to produce us any answers from Mr. Wright. Wait, Your Honor! The second bullet! It existed! What? But we've just heard proof that did not exist. I realize that, Your Honor. I'm really grasping here. It's just someone took it from the scene of the crime. That's what happened. But who? The murderer! The murderer? Then tell us, just who is this murderer? I'm still thinking about that one. So the criminal took the second bullet, but why? Huh? First of all, how would they have found it? It's not easy to find a stray bullet, Mr. Wright. Was there some pressing need for the murderer to search for the bullet? Why would the murderer have spent the time to look for that stray bullet? I haven't got a clue. What's wrong, Mr. Wright? The murderer had no reason to take that bullet. You don't want to admit it, but it's true. Had to take it. Had to take it? The murderer? What does that mean? You're thinking too normal. Think crazy. Don't think why the bullet was taken. Think why the bullet had to be taken. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. I have no idea what I'm doing. Well, the murderer had no intention of taking the bullet from the scene. But, the murderer had to take the bullet. Mr. Wright? What do you mean? Well, for instance... what? Maybe the bullet, hit the murderer? The bullet hit the murderer? Just saying, for instance... I mean, if it hit you, you would have had to take it with you, wouldn't you? It's not like you could perform surgery right there. You know? Wait a second. I was just talking off the top of my head, but what if that's really what happened? Let me get this straight. So at the time of the murder themselves were shot, and they left with the second bullet still inside of them, thus leaving only one bullet at the scene of the crime. Yes, I guess that's how it would work, yes. But there's a problem with that. The other two people rescued from that elevator, Joseph and Yanni Yogi, were both unharmed. So that would mean the murderer came from outside, yes. Two men fighting inside the elevator. Trying to stop them, the boy picks up the pistol at his feet and throws it. The pistol discharges and the bullet goes through the elevator door and hits the murderer outside. The boy loses consciousness. Then the murderer opens the elevator door and sees the men inside. Mr. Wright, you are truly the most unpredictable defense attorney I've ever known. I can tell you're grasping, yet I cannot deny the possibility of what you say. What are you saying? Deny it! Deny it! No one involved in this. There was rumors. There was no murderer. No one was wounded at the time of the incident. That's right. I can't think of anyone. Hey, Nick. Huh? I just thought of something. Really crazy. Crazy? Remember what Mr. Rosebrook said yesterday? Maybe as of dealt a blow to his perfect trial rifle. Wow. Must have been quite a shock for Von Kalmer. He took a vacation for several months after that, you see. It's an unusual event for that man. That was the first and the last vacation he'd taken in his many years as a prosecutor. What if Von Kalmer didn't take the vacation because of shock? He took it because he was injured. Which would mean one thing. He was the murderer in the DO6 incident. He was the man who shot Gregory Edgeworth. It was Von Kalmer. Oh man. Something wrong, Mr. Wright? You seem dazed. No, Your Honor. I'm addicted to the possibility that the murderer came from outside. Can you give us the name of your suspect? How to say it now? Your Honor, there was a suspect. One lone suspect. This is certainly interesting news. Very well, Mr. Wright. Who is your suspect? My hands are shaking. What? Von Kalmer! Von Kalmer? You mean the Von Kalmer? The prosecutor? The one standing right over there? Bah! You object? I see no need. Why honor this ridiculous outburst with my objection? Because you took a vacation for several months starting the day after the incident. Yet you pride yourself on a perfect record. Why would you take such a long vacation without any reason? So you're claiming that I took a vacation to cure my injury from the incident? Fascinating. Prove it. I would have needed surgery, no? Where did it go under the knife at, Mr. Wright? Bring the doctor and operate on me. Have him test the doctor. Nick, find out who his doctor is. It's no use. Edgeworth? I know Von Kalmer. Perhaps too well. He's perfect. He wouldn't leave clues. He probably didn't undergo surgery. That would leave a doctor as a witness. But he's that perfect. So what, Nick? Von Kalmer pulled the bullet out by himself? That's insane. No, he couldn't have. out of yourself. Wait. What does that mean? That bullet has to be somewhere. But where? Well, Mr. Wright, can you produce evidence to prove that I was shot? Alright, Von Karma, I'll prove it. And I'll even use evidence. I know how you like it so much. What? The evidence that proves Von Karma was shot is...
Take that!
Von Karma is perfect. He wouldn't risk surgery leaving an evidence trail. So then I asked, where was that bullet now? I think it's unlikely that Von Karma performed surgery on himself. You don't mean... I do. There is one possibility that the bullet is still inside Von Karma. Is it even possible? For all these years? Well, there's one way to find out. We could use this metal detector. Well, Von Karma, I'm going to warn this over you and see what we find. I refuse. You refuse? Refusing this means you acknowledge that the bullet is still inside you. Order! 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 Your Honor, the defense requests that we be allowed to use the metal detector. Judge, I can't push prevention of this trial. This is an invasion of privacy.
Objection!
The statute of limitations runs out on this case today. It was you who said we had to end it right here, right now. Enough. I permit the use of the metal detector. Mr. Von Karma, you will submit yourself to testing. Nick, what does this mean? I don't know, but we have to give it a shot. He reacted. Something's inside his right shoulder. The bullet. Mr. Von Karma. You. It was you. I was afraid this would happen. And so, I remained silent. Indeed, there was a bullet in my shoulder. However, it has nothing to do with this incident. What? I was shot in the shoulder long before the DL6. I claim that the bullet in my shoulder has no relation to DL6. But Mr. Von Karma, can you prove that? Prove? I have no obligation to prove anything. It is Mr. Wright who must prove something. Not I. Mr. Wright. Well, can you prove it? Can you prove that the bullet in Von Karma's shoulder was from DL6? Of course he can't. You don't have any of the DL6 evidence. The weapon from yesterday. No proof, you cannot convict me of any crime. So sorry, Mr. Wright. No, I'm the one who's sorry, Mr. Von Karma. What? You were close. One day away from freedom. But you see, I have proof. What? Who would have thought you would dig your own grave trying to convict Edgewater? I can link that bullet in your shoulder to the DL6 incident. And here's my final proof.
Take that!
That's a bullet? Where did you get that? This is the bullet used in the DL6 incident. This was taken from the heart of the victim, Mr. Gregory Edgewater. The bullet is preserved quite nicely with all the ballistic markings intact. Ballistic markings? You may recall the term. The came up in the first trial 2 days ago. Ballistic markings are the fingerprints of a weapon. All bullets fired from a gun are marked with that weapon's unique pattern. By examining the markings, you can tell which weapon fired the bullets. It's quite accurate. We have 2 bullets in our possession. One, the bullet removed from Gregory Edwards' heart. The other, Mr. Von Karma, is the bullet buried in your shoulder. You can analyze both bullets. And if the markings matched, we would know that both bullets have been fired from the same gun. The very same pistol. In other words, the motor weapon that killed Gregory Edgeworth. Mr. Von Karma, you will let us move the bullet from your shoulder. Then we'll compare the ballistic markings to those on this bullet. And solve this case once and for all. Well, Mr. Von Karma? That scream. I've heard that scream before. Wait, I know. Help! I can't breathe. Quiet. I said quiet. You're not making this any easier. Stop breathing my air. I'll stop you. Stop breathing my air. Get away. Get away from my father. It's that scream I heard in the elevator 15 years ago. Von Karma, it was you who screamed. Mr. Von Karma? What? You were there to find me? So, it was you. You and your father are my curse. Your father shamed me with a penalty on my record. And you left a scar on my shoulder that would never fade. I'll bury you. I'll bury you with my bare hands. Death. Chief Prosecutor, I'm sorry. Von Karma, it's not like you to make this kind of error. I never would have thought that Edgeworth would be the one to catch you. I was careless. I'm sorry, but you will have to be penalized. I've covered for you in the past, but not this time. Edgeworth! That was a shock like none I had ever known. Me, penalized. It took hours for me to regain my composure. Suddenly, I found myself in the darkness. I was in the court records room. I must have wandered in there without thinking where I was going. The room was pitch black. The lights must have gone out. I went out into the hall and felt my way to the elevator. I pressed the button, but nothing happened. Then, there was a noise. I was in pain. A horrible burning pain in my shoulder. Then the lights came back on. The elevator door opened before my eyes. I saw 3 people inside, all lying unconscious with oxygen. What's my surprise? A pistol lay at my feet. I knew that it was my destiny. In his last moments, Gregory Edgeworth was still unconscious. He died, never knowing who had shot him. Later, he spoke through a medium, blaming Mr. Yogi. He was fooled. It was the perfect crime. Who would have thought another man would have come to open that elevator door? Judge! What? What are you doing? Do your job. Bring an end to this miserable charade. Now, end it. Very well. It appears that we have come a very long way to the end of this maze. 15 years later. Miles Edgeworth. Yes, Your Honor. You were innocent. You are innocent. As you said, it was all a nightmare. Yes, Your Honor. This court finds defendant Master Miles Edgeworth not guilty. That is all. This court is adjourned. Nick! Nick! We did it! Do you see his face? Montcalm looked even paler than usual. He's pretending to be all cool, but inside you crushed him, Nick. Crushed! I gotta say, I'm impressed. It was pretty close, though. I was sure we've had it. I know, I was on the verge of tears the whole time myself. But now it's all just a good memory. So it's finally over, Edgeworth. Right. Yeah? I'm not sure how to say this. I know. Try. Thank you. I see. Thank you, Wright. You're welcome. I think you could have done better than that. Sorry, I'm not good at this sort of thing. You got a lot to learn, Edgeworth. He's got you there. Amazing, pal! You pulled through just like I thought you would. I'll never forget this. I owe you one, pal. And tonight, let's party. Dinner's on me. Yeah, my salary went down a bit this month. But who cares? See, Mr. Edgeworth? You should take a lesson from Detective Gumshoe. That's how you say thank you. I see. Whoa! I feel foolish. Don't worry. Take it a little at a time. You'll get used to it. 15 years since I've seen Edge of this. Got it. Hey, y'all! Lotta! Y'all were great in there. Thank you. Yo, Edgeworth, congrats! Thank you all very much. I knew you were innocent from the start, of course. Let's look at you. You would stick your hand in the cookie jar even if no one was there. You saw the first day of the trial, weren't you? Yeah, well, let bygones be bygones, huh? Speaking of which, what are you going to do now, Lotta? Who, me? I went back to college. I gave up trying to be an investigative photographer pretty quick. Really? That's too bad. Huh? Isn't that the hot dog guy from the park? Huh? It's over, Nick. My life is over. Why the sad face, Larry? What happened now? Oh, Nick, I'm not long for this ward. You don't look sick. It's Keontae. She's going to live in Paris. Paris, Nick! He's leaving me behind! Should have seen that coming. Hey, Reggie! There you are! Yes, here I am. Congrats, Edgy. Here, a little gift for me in celebration. Celebration? That's unusual for you. Hairy Butts! You came along tonight too. My treat, pal. Huh? Thanks. Looking forward to it. Yo, Nick. That's the suit that questioned me. He says treat. That's not police talk for prison food, right? Right? I think you're fine, Larry. Right. Yeah? What's up? That envelope that Larry gave me, it's got money in it. Well, yeah. That's not that strange. People give money away to celebrate sometimes. It's $38, right? Huh? What a weird amount. I mean, it's not a little, but it's not a lot either. $38 exactly? Nick? Wasn't that exactly the amount of lunch money that was stolen from Mr. Edgeworth in school? $38? No! No! Larry, it was you? What are you so surprised about, right? Huh? Larry was absent that day from school, right? That doesn't automatically rule him out as a suspect. What? Think back to that day 15 years ago. Larry took the day off, but he was bored, so he came into school anyway. Then he saw the money lying there, and the rest is history. I never was good at history. Edgeworth, you didn't know, did you? I suspected. Edge could have picked on Larry protecting you like he did that day. Everyone else was saying you did it. The whole class was against you, remember? Yeah, too well. Right, you may not know this, but we used to have a saying back in school. When something smells, it's usually the butts. I know! Really, Wright, I'm surprised you didn't figure it out. Well, this story is an unexpected turn of events, eh? Edgeworth. You should have told me! Now, Nick, it was 15 years ago. Don't you think the statute of limitations has run out, Mr. Edgeworth? I'd say so, yes. There you have it! Where does that leave me? I became a defense attorney because of what you two did! I've always been something of an insufferable emotionalist. Yeah! And you get worked up too easily, too! Death! The death sentence for both of you! Man, if only I'd known, I'd have become a prosecutor. Same goes for me. Only the other way around. For the longest time, I thought that I might have killed my own father. I thought I might be a criminal. I became a prosecutor to punish myself. If I had known the truth, I might have become a defense attorney after all. Edgeworth. Want to switch, Wright? Hey, y'all! Line up, I'll take a photo! Hey, photo time, let's go! And after that, dinner on me! Detective Gumshoe took us out on the town that night. We celebrated Edgeworth's newfound freedom, even though Edgeworth himself was still in detention. Oh, I went a little overboard yesterday. My head hurts. Huh? It's only 5 o'clock. Maybe I should go back to sleep. Huh? What's this? A letter? Good morning, Nick. You were really impressive yesterday. Seeing you made me think about what I've done, what I'm doing here. I'm a spirit medium, in training, of course. I wanted to help Mr. Edgeworth, too. I wanted to help you, but I couldn't. I was useless. So I decided to go back to my training. I'll become a full-fledged spirit medium for starters. I couldn't say it to your face, so I left this letter. Goodbye, Nick. Goodbye? What time is it? Ah! The first trains for the mountains have already left! To the station! I guess I'm too late. Hey! Nick! Maya! So, you're leaving. Yeah. It's called being a spirit medium who can't talk to spirits. And I think you do fine without me, Nick. Good, okay?
Hold it!
But wait! What? I never could have saved Edward without your help. Huh? On the last day of the trial, I heard her. I heard Mia's voice. You heard my sister? Yes, only her voice, but still. It was at the very end when I thought we'd lost everything. Well, that's my sister for you. Detective Gumshoe helped, and Mr. Grossberg, and even Larry. The only one who couldn't help, I was useless, Nick. But you were the one who stopped Von Karma, Maya! Huh? I didn't do anything! All I did was wander around in a daze. Sorry, but I have evidence that you helped. Evidence? So much evidence to up.
Take that!
A bullet? Von Karma was convinced he had taken all the evidence pertaining to DO6. But you were the one who rescued the last piece of evidence we needed. This was the bullet that put an end to Von Karma. And you were the one who gave it to me. Nick. Thanks, Maya. I couldn't have done it without you. I'll be back soon. Huh? I'm going to complete my training and come back. Okay. I'll be waiting. Of course you will. You can't run that office by yourself. You're hopeless. I don't know about that. So, this is it. See you soon, Maya. Thanks, Nick. So my story ends. Time to turn a new page. And say goodbye to the novice defense attorney that I once was. Now a new story begins. With the same old crazy cast of characters. Ha! Don't think you graduate yet, amateur! Mr. Wright, perhaps you'd like to rethink that claim? Yes, Your Honor. Uh-oh, I got a bad feeling about this.
Objection!
Hey, pal. Mr. Joseph came down to the precinct to wish me a Happy New Year's. Talk about a pleasant surprise. Oops, Detective Gumshoe. Then he hung his head low and went right back outside. Kind of like he was embarrassed or something. Huh. Strange, huh? Who, me? I've been working at a cheese shop. That missus a nice lady, but she's not exactly what you call a cheap date. Huh? Well, she's in Hawaii right now, yeah. Who? Wright? Yeah, I remember him. I heard he's been busy lately. No, not to wing my own bell, but I sort of taught him everything he knows. So he's grateful. Phoenix Wright? The defense attorney for whom I wrote that advert for, yes. Oh, you should have known. I've been taking over the management of the Water Hotel recently. Should you be in the area, please stop by. Oh, it's you. Phoenix Wright? Ah, yes, Mia's understudy, was he not? I wonder how he's doing. Haven't seen him of late. Ah, the days of my youth, like the scent of fresh lemon. You see.
not buying it. You can't be a star with a name like Phoenix. You know that there's my...
I'm pleased to announce the Pink Princess is a hit. I said, oh, that Mr. Wright a great deal. And I'm keeping my face out of the public eye till the show's over. I wouldn't want to ruin any kid's dreams, you know? Oh, I got a letter from Maya the other day. Sounds like she caught a cold standing under a waterfall. I want to visit, but don't have the time, so I sent her some Pink Princess trading cards. Since she can't buy them where she is, what kind of place is she living at anyway? Right? Who's that? You wanna talk? Let's talk Pink Princess, alright? But, you know, I snuck into the studio the other day. I saw her. The one inside the Pink Princess suit. Ugh, what a dog. It was kind of a shock for a boy of my tender age. I remember, right? That lawyer guy, huh? Me? I'm in train to become a paranormal photographer. You know that picture I took of everyone? Well, look, just behind them there's a ghost. For real. Now that's a talent. I'm gonna be famous.